Well, here we are, the top 10 worst games of 2024. Let's get straight into number 10. Number 10 has to be the Starfield Shattered Space DLC. A little bit of context here. Now, I jumped in this on my birthday in October and I had never played Starfield before. So, the reason it's on this list is I was playing through the main story, actually enjoying myself. I was having a really good time. But the DLC dropped and I went to jump in that and I barely lasted about 3 hours of DLC content. I was so incredibly bored. I just couldn't get a grasp into it. Everything felt disconnected and it lost what I found really good about the Starfield original campaign. So I just didn't enjoy it. It just wasn't for me. But that's number 10. Let's go to number 9. Number 9 is where it's going to get rough. Space Marine 40k. This is so overhyped. I don't get it. I did not enjoy it. I found it boring. It was just a horde-based, mission-based game. It was just boring to me. I never played the old school Gears of War. I was not a 360 kid. I was a PlayStation guy all the way. And I could not get into Space Marine. It may have been the overhyped thanks to the community that maybe that's another reason why I just wasn't enjoying myself. But god damn, if this is the most overhyped game for what it is, I didn't like it. I don't think I lasted 5 hours. You can tell by the streams, but either way, I didn't like it. Space Marine, number 9, but let's get into number 8. Number 8 is Sonic X Shadows Generations. Now, once again, personal opinion, I never really got into Sonic. Every time I tried to play a Sonic game, I was like, I don't understand. I'm too fast. I can't control myself. I'm not sure. This isn't for me. I'm a Crash Bandicoot guy. You know, you're either Crash Bandicoot or you're Sonic. I was Crash Bandicoot. And Sonic Shadow Generation, I don't get it. I did not like it at all. I played the Shadow storyline, and once again, I got bored. Played about 4 hours, and I got seriously bored. So, Sonic Shadow, not for me. Anyway, let's move on. Number 7 is Alone in the Dark. Now, this game had some things I did like. I found the puzzle solving and the old school like Silent Hill throwback of gameplay was really nice, but overall it just kind of fell flat. The characters were really boring and the story itself wasn't very compelling, and not gonna lie, there's quite a few graphical bugs and issues with the gameplay that I found. But it had some kind of props that could have gone well, but Alone in the Dark just didn't hit it for me. So unfortunately, that's on the list. Moving on to number 6, this is Princess Peach Showtime. Wow, I didn't care for this game at all. Boring as batshit, this game. Oh my god. Yes, it is for children, I understand that, but you know what Mario games do so well? Is they're fun and you can explore and everything might be the same but new at the same time. Princess Peach, oh my god, you could play for 1 hour, you could play for 6 hours. You get the same experience and it's boredom the entire way through. I did not care for this at all. I don't know why they made it. Number 5 is Skull and Bones. Wow! You worked on this for so long and you just couldn't get it right. We did Assassin's Creed Black Flag. We killed that thing. And we brought out Skull and Bones that's just so... Oh my god, it's awful. It's so awful. Like, I think I had a big issue with my internet connection at the time. For some reason, it always wigged out, which affected the gameplay massively. Once again, being forced to be online during single player gameplay, and this is the experience you're going to get. Terrible. Did not like it. I will give Ubisoft one thing. They are still supporting the game, still creating content. I think they're on season 4 of content, and so you know what? Props to you. There is a small community out there that is enjoying Skull and Bones. Good on you. I don't care. That's fine. I'm happy for you, but for me, sits at number 5. Number 4 is Sandland, a game that, I don't know, I didn't have any hopes for. I played the demo and I was like, okay, interesting, we'll give it a go. And we jumped on the main story and man, Sandland is literally right. It's a desert game that has nothing in it. It's just empty and vast and just has no meaning. Just Sandland. You know what? That's it. That's all I'm going to talk about. It has nothing going for it. Move on. Number 3, I bet you forgot about this one, but Foam Stars. Foam Stars I thought had serious merit. I thought it could have been really fun. The idea of having your own character that shoots out foam similar to Splatoon, which was just actually a fantastic franchise. How Sony was going to bring out their own version as Foam Stars looked really interesting. Now, unfortunately, servers were dog shit. There's basically no one playing at the time of release. It flopped hard, and I don't even think it's running at the time of filming. So anyway, Foam Stars, terrible. Getting into the top 2, I just remind you guys that this is my list. I understand you might disagree with it, but I also did a top 10 best games of 2024. So make sure you check out that one down below. But of course, let's get straight into number 2. Number 2 was easily Funko Fusion. What the hell did they do? For a game that could have gone through so many different things with the different Funko Pops and different styles that we could have gone through, we got this, which was basically a Lego game, but 10 times worse. It lost all imagination. It was boring. The slapstick comedy was a complete miss, in my opinion. I could not stand it. I made my own individual video just down below here, so if you want to check that out, go for it. But Funko Fusion, Jesus, that was bad, but not as bad as number 1. I didn't even have to do research for this game. I knew it was number 1. I went through my list. First game I put as number 1, there it is. And then I kept going. So number 1, obviously, South Park Snow Day. With such a fantastic franchise, South Park Stick of Truth, South Park Fractured Butthole, both of which did so well to create a perfect foundation, and Fractured Butthole leveled up on its combat and made it even better. You went to this mess. You went away from the 2D design, which is so obviously such a bad decision. South Park is 2D after all. And then the type of gameplay you gave us was terrible. It was terrible. And not only did Fractured Butthole have its one weakness, which is they went a bit too hard on the gender jokes. A bit too hard. South Park Snow Day does the exact same thing. It just goes in the opposite direction of blaming the kindergartners for everything. And it's just, it's bad. It's badly written. The story's bad. The gameplay is bad. The world is bad. The graphics are bad. I hate it. I hate South Park Snow Day, especially because how perfect Stick of Truth was. How much Fractured Butthole leveled up on Stick of Truth. I still think Stick of Truth had a better story, but Fractured Butthole had a better gameplay. Either way, both fantastic games, and we produced this pile of shit, excuse my French, that's South Park Snow Day. Wow. But that's it. That's all right. I'm sure I'll be reading your comments because a couple of these I understand were a bit controversial. But once again, this is my top 10 worst games of 2024. And for each individual reason, it belongs on this list. Now, the top 10 best games, once again, exact same thing. It might be different to yours. There's one title that I know you all love that's not on that list, but that's all right. Once again, I do want to hear your comments. By all means, I want to know your top 3 worst games of 2024. Please write them down below. I want to hear it. I'll be in the comments. You'll hear from me. I'll see you in 2025. Thank you so much for watching. See you next year. See you later.